Hello guys, so in today's video we will be discussing about how you can create manual um, code using replace humanity, and previously we discussed about how you can use the OCR functionality of it to read out the text and to do actions relating to text. This time we will be discussing about how you can identify the icons, or some kind of images which is unreadable for the UI. Okay, so first of all, we will open our IDE. Okay, you can use anything you like. I prefer minimalist things, so I'm using idle for it. Okay, here is my file, new.py file. Okay, so first of all, basically I have already wrote the code for it. Okay, I use UI.py file, which gave me all these lines of code. Okay, I just needed to alter this x1, x2, y1, y2. These four elements I have to alter. Okay, and I had to alter, right, only these and this thing I added. Okay, so I have to remove. Um, so I'll give you from scratch how you can create it. Okay. So basically, first of all, we need to teach the bot like what kind of icon it is. How does it looks like? Okay. So we will run this file. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we cannot start it with a three clicker. Okay. Um, let's run it. Now you need to decide the position of it. Okay, so that you can capture the element in the training session. Um, Try to be as close as you could to the action, sorry, to the icon. Okay, okay. So now what I need to do, first I'll copy this image cropper file function. Okay, now I'll input all this information x1, y1 so that it can get a copy of the icon, because you cannot, oh, image path is not defined. Okay. So once it gives you this coordinates, that means it got that icon. Okay. So let's see where that icon is. Hmm. I guess I missed something. My bad. I will be using this so that it can save whichever path you want the icon to be saved. You can use this. Um, because I don't want this path to be overridden. That's why otherwise our icon that we captured in the training session, it will go away in the production that we don't want. Okay, so we will rerun this function again. Let's see. Okay, here we go. See, it captured the icon. Okay, so now we can simply close it and run this three lines function. So what this function is doing, okay, once you captured the icon, okay, you are telling this to like loop it one time. Basically, I copied this code. I was allowing it to like and bookmark all my posts. But whatever post it sees which doesn't have bookmark and like on Twitter, it will do that. Okay. That is for a separate video. It will be coming after this. Okay. That's an example how you can use like what are the real world application of replace humanity project. So we are trying to build 2 or 3 videos about that. If you have any recommendation or anything that you want us to automate, simply give us a comment with all the recommendations or necessary documents. For example, if you have a Excel file or some sort of data that you want us to automate for you, or you want us to show you if it can be automated or not. Okay, give us all the reference material like the website link and stuff, and we will do it for you at free of charge. Okay, um, so back to the topic. Okay, so now we will run this function. Basically, this function, it is taking these 3 parameters. Okay, screenshot.path. You can decide wherever you want the small screenshot to be saved. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Okay, only this one matters. This where you just captured the icon image. Okay, only this thing matters. Okay, so for this, if you want, if there are multiples of it, okay, and you want to clear all of them, for that you can use a while function like this. Okay, right now there is only one, so I am removing it. I also remove this. Okay, good. Just run. Okay, so it gave me the coordinates. Let's see. Click on coordinates list. See why I didn't do that. Okay, it is not unable to detect the temp. Oh, I see why it is happening. Because you have to decide this X things. Okay, so let's capture it from here. Okay, you can capture it from anywhere you like. You can even count it from the complete screen in case if you don't know the location of it. Okay, I'll do it for. I'll do it. I'll just want to capture the whole screen, then you can use 0 and 120 for it. Okay, but for simplicity, just doing it this. Okay, see, it clicked on that icon. Now you can do it for multiples icon that you like, for example, this. Okay, we want to capture this. Let's see. This time we will make it quick. Okay, let's call it door because I don't know what it's called, so I'll use door for an example. Okay, and I'll use this image cropper to get the icon only. I know it's a little tough, but that's how you do it. Oh yes, it's the eye. Okay, let's verify if our icon is there. Yes, here it is. Door temp. Okay, So we have the door template, here. Okay, and now run it. Okay, it didn't right. It didn't detected that because of this. So let's put it here. Okay, okay, let's run it. Still nothing. Oh, why is that? Oh, my bad. X1, Y1. This happens. This 463. Right. That's why it didn't detected it. Okay. See, it detected it now. Now if we run it again. See, it detected it again. So that's how you do it. You just need to give it a area of interest where you want it to see that icon, and wherever it sees that icon, you can have it like that way. If you have multiple icons and want it to do it that way, you can also do it that way. And it can be applied on large data sets. For example, sometimes you will see data tables. Okay. Tables like that, complete data here. Okay. And then there will be some icons that used in normal companies where we use like databases. Okay. So for that, you can also use this functionality to trigger those icons. But how will you teach it? Which icon to select out of that? Okay, so for that, first you will use, I'll just try to pull it up. Data set example with icon. Let's say if it's something appears. Oh no, data set type. No, I don't want that. Company dashboard for VN data. So something appears. Oh no, not like that. These two should show me something. Good. I know my internet sucks, so it's good. Uh, oh, come on, show me something. Okay, for example, like this. It's good. Okay, for example, this. Okay. While it's loading, I'll try to find something more good for you. No, Okay, right. Now we have it. Okay. For example, you're working on this. Okay. And you want it to say wherever it's, for example, you are using voice agent. Okay. I'll give you a realistic example. For example, you're using voice agent. Okay. Voice agent, it tries to call this patient first. Okay. Ibrahim Qadri. When the voice agent is speaking to him, okay, and this patient, he wants his appointment to be done, like to be rescheduled. Okay, so like for that, it needs to click on this three icon. But how will it know, right? Voice agent doesn't know that. You cannot teach RPA about it. Like if you don't know about RPA, you can search for UiPath. Okay, RPAs, you cannot teach them how a voice agent can do that. Okay. And even if you teach them, you cannot teach the RPA or a voice agent like which patient they need to be working on. For example, this one didn't picked up the phone, this one didn't, this one did. Okay, Avi Vakas. So this one picked up the phone. Okay, and he wants to reschedule the appointment. So if you are using RPA, traditional RPA, sometimes they fail on this. Our Replace Humanity team, okay, we built a good solid project. So this one, when you teach it, that this icon, it needs to select, okay, but there are multiple icons. How it will know it needs to select for this specific patient? For that, first you will do OCR on these. Okay. Once it detects the patient name, which will be here, once it detects like the complete patient name, okay, then it will go to the right hand side and wherever it sees the icon, it will click on it. Okay. Same will go for the next patient, wherever whichever picked up the phone. For example, after that, this patient picked up the phone. Okay. You will define the area of interest like only this. For this icon, you will only define the area of interest this. How you will do that? First, you will do OCR on the complete table, okay, or on this area. Once it detects the patient, okay, then you will define the y-axis, okay. X-axis, you know, from here to here. X-axis will remain constant. Only y-axis will change every single time. Okay. For example, this patient picked up the phone. You found the patient here. Y-axis will be 25 pixels above, 25 pixels down from the area where it detects the patient. Okay. Then this area of interest will be our area. Okay, this one. And then wherever it detects the icon, it will go from left to right. Wherever it detects the icon, it will click on it. And then if there are some options like reschedule, open chart, anything like that, you can do OCR on that and then it will click on it and work accordingly. Okay, so that's it for today. And see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye bye.